What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Brutal Planet Comics. I'm your host, Trey, the Brute Daniels. What a glorious day it is because an episode of the Indie Corner where I sit down with everybody from the NPN's community, writers, artists, directors, producers, doesn't matter if you're in the game, I want to talk to you. And today we have ourselves a returning guest. She is the creator of Path of the Pale Rider. Give it up, everybody, for Laurie Calcaterra.
Yay! Hello, everybody. I'm glad to be here. It is early. We both have coffee. We need some caffeine. But other than that, we're good.
Absolutely. You can say that again. So I'm glad to have you back here. It's been a while since you and I sit there and talk about all the great things you got going on. Last time you were here, you were just launching Path of the Pale Rider, but now we're in trade paperback territory. So
yeah, this is our first ever trade paperback, and I'm nervous, but confident that it's going to be a good thing. I'm excited to get one in my hands myself. I'm sure you know that feeling, sir.
Oh boy, do I. Oh, goodness gracious, I'm glad I'm off that campaign trail.
Yeah.
I tell you that. I'm glad I'm done with that.
I know. I am on your coattails like, Trey, tell me all your secrets.
They're all for you. You can have them all. Have them all. So before we get into all the stuff that you got cooking and everything, well, let's talk about your process from going from floppies to trade paperback. How has that process been for you?
So what I kind of had in mind from the beginning is that we would Kickstarter higher goal projects for the art, to help pay for Marco Dofio's page rate, and like we brought in a colorist. Those are great because that's like hot off the press. You get to follow the story. But I have said this a few times on interviews that Path of the Pale Rider was written as a full-length movie script. So it's meant to be read as a whole. So yeah, we're turning out issues at a time, and it's like you're watching that Netflix series and you gotta wait a week for the next one. Well, it's like 6 months, but it's really meant to be read as one book. So this is kind of Act 1, issues 1 through 4 are Act 1 of the overall arc of 12.
Okay.
So that was our intention, is now we're going to release trade paperback. So every time we finish 4 issues, we'll turn around a trade paperback book so we can get that into the hands of the readers. And I love, like, you know me, I like riddles. I like extra stuff. So this one is like chock full of bonus material.
That's tremendous.
For those of you who have been following Path of the Pale Rider, when we released issue 1, we were brand spanking new and released it in black and white. Since then, we have kind of grown up a little bit and released 2, 3, and 4 in color. And we had intended to do color on that issue 1 if we had gotten to a certain dollar amount. But that's hard to do coming out the gate, brand new, no following, no audience, no nothing, right?
Yeah.
So issue 1 has always been, printed in black and white. Well, we went back and we colored it. So Matt Chambers, yes, Matt Chambers, who was our fabulous colorist, went back and colored issue number 1. So the first time you get to see what the world looks like in that first issue is in the trade paperback. So
that's
1, 2,
tremendous.
3, and 4, all in color.
Look at that. Now that's something I can really appreciate, because it feels like an elevation of your art, taking it from one step to another. And in my case, it was the type of colors that were used for my trade paperback outside of the floppies. So we still maintain digital art, but we added some levels of acrylic styling. There it is, acrylic styling. Good God, English is hard.
What issue did that pick up?
Did
you redo the whole trade?
So that picked up at around issue 5.
Okay, I was going to say, I think I noticed it then.
Yeah.
Because I've read Trouble. I've read the whole thing, and it's fabulous, people. So if you have a chance to go pick up Dre's trade, freaking do it, because you'll have a blast.
Yes.
But I did notice, like, the colors slightly change around the issue with Sharkbait.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. Yeah. So, isn't it nice to be able to go back and
It is
more love
nice.
to something.
It is. It's really nice to go back, and we wanted to do it for those issues, particularly because there's a lot of action, there's a lot of moving parts, there's a
Yeah.
lot of things going on. So we wanted colors to pop a little bit differently than the previous issues. So yeah, but they're able to go back and redo it and put some color in that black and white is definitely great. Because I remember when I first read the first issue, I thought felt well as a spaghetti western,
Yeah.
even without the color. And
Right. So, it's funny that you say that because I'm doing something different this campaign. So, of course, we're producing the trade paperback. People can still get single issues if they want off the campaign, including a floppy of issue 1 in color to add to their collection if they want. But I've been experimenting with book binding.
uh-oh.
I don't know if you've been following my socials, but I've been pushing
Uh-oh.
out a lot of reels and TikToks where I've been binding books, and I rebound. I tore off the covers of these Harry Potter books, 1 through 4 that I had, which was both satisfying and terrifying at the
Hmm.
same time. I was like, this feels wrong. Rip. You know what I mean? But I learned the bookbinding process, and what I'm going to be doing is producing these mini black and white. Now, this is just the text block of 1 through 4, but I'm going to be binding them in hardcover and putting a completely unique cover on it. So 100% produced by me, printing, binding, gluing, cutting, pasting, all of that. So if you like the black and white, you can get it in black and white in a mini. It's just something extra I decided I wanted to do.
Very cool. So I'm glad you mentioned that, Laurie, because like now that you're in the crowdfunding game, and good Lord, it is
it's a game for sure.
It's a heck of a thing. So what kind of stretches or perks are we looking at for this one? I know you got something sticky icky in the back pocket now. So what you got for me?
I always do. We're still building our poker deck. So we've been building this poker deck for a couple campaigns. We came up with this, I think, in issue 3. So every 50 backers we get, we unlock another poker card. So we'll continue to build that. Let's see. I have these 3D printed keychains that I've made. It's our technology from the world. It's a disc, and I 3D printed them in wood PLA, which is really different, right? But they have this nice black hardware. So I have those that will go out. I have, what else did I put on there? I have to go look.
Stuff and things.
Stretch goal. Well, we always have like a PDF bundle,
of course,
which I like because if people are backing the digital version of the trade paperback, they also get stretch goals. You know what I mean?
Excellent.
I don't like leaving them out because they're just as important as everybody else.
I agree.
Right?
I agree with that 110%.
So, it's hard when you're like, hey, I'm going to give all these physical stretch goals to everybody who's backing the physical copies, but it's like, what about your digital people? Show them some love too.
Yeah, absolutely. Very cool. So I like that. We'll
have digital rewards. We'll have, I'm going to do the slice and dice because I love doing that. The slice and dice, for people who are unaware, is the fans get to vote in a poll. We pick a watermelon or a pumpkin or some fruit, vegetable, large, and we name it. And y'all get to vote on a weapon of destruction. And I destroy this thing on a live stream. I host a show on Tuesdays called the Tuesday Morning Brew. And I dress up as Pikachu. We had a good laugh about that.
Yes, we did.
And then I destroy this thing. So we've done like Joffrey Baratheon was the first watermelon.
Oh my God.
And people wanted the Filipino short sword that I have. I do martial arts for people who are not familiar with me. And then last campaign, we did a pumpkin because we ended in October. They named it Ichabod Craven.
Nice.
And I smashed that thing with a giant sledgehammer, and it went everywhere. So
gotta love Gallagher style stuff. You gotta love it.
Yeah, we're gonna eventually figure out how to light things on fire and then smash them. That's my goal.
Tremendous.
But it's like we do fun stuff. That's not just like typical merch, like stickers and buttons and bookmarks. We do all that stuff too, right? I have, I think, enamel pins in the, if we get there, 3D pin and chain, slice and dice event. Yeah. So that's what I have. But I'm super excited about the poker cards because
I don't doubt it.
we keep building this deck. And eventually when we build the entire deck, I'll release a second deck.
Oh, look at you. And see, I expected nothing less. I expected nothing less. I'm like, it's going to be elbow deep into the murky waters. I knew it was going to be good and wild and a lot of cool perks that a lot of people are going to enjoy, without question.
Some cool merch on this one, too.
Absolutely.
Like I have Zombie Girl pinups. One of my buddies does buttons. He runs this company called Danger Button.
Okay.
Danger Button.
Danger
and
Button.
Hello. There we go.
There it is.
But they're Path of the Pale Rider little buttons, and there's like, if you know anything about our world, they're tongue in cheek. Like there's Big James Burgers. Big James is the name of our giant undead disgruntled bear. We have a disc. We have sign language for bullshit. We got a few different Scullies and then symbols for the collectors. And then my buddy threw in an extra button. It was normally he has this white hand. He sent me some bonus ones. So normally he has this white hand that's like pushing the button for Danger Button. Come on, do it. There we go. Come on. Anyway, he zombified it for our package because he's that cool. So he changed like his whole packaging just for us.
Yeah.
Which I thought was awesome.
That's really awesome. That is really awesome. So yeah, so you got a lot going on. Gotta love the plushies now.
Oh
We're doing the plushies.
I blame Carissa Grant. If you've been in indie, you know Carissa Grant.
Oh yeah.
She loves these plushies and she wants a Big James. She's asked me for it for like the last 3 campaigns. And I'm like, no, that's your thing. And she's like, freaking do it. Okay, lady. So I ordered 10. So there's a few of these out there. I'm going to bring back the hot sauce. There's Las Vegas glass.
Oh, very good.
That's from the comic. So in the first issue, when Jude like dives to catch this glass because he thinks it's so important, it has a map of Las Vegas on it. I found those glasses.
Very cool. Very cool.
You can get those too.
I like that.
So we got lots of cool stuff. I got hoodies and t-shirts and I don't know, just all the things.
Everything.
But I mean, really, get the book.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. Get the book, everybody. Get the book. So one more question I have for you, Laurie, which is definitely going to be something that a lot of people are wondering, which has been coming to me more and more often as years have rolled on when it comes to this stuff. The funding for your Kickstarter, where is it primarily going to be going to in
printing?
For this game? Yeah, printing. The same thing.
Printing. The goal for this one is actually going to be lower than our typical Kickstarters, because on those, when we're producing issues, we're paying for art. The art production on this one is done. So the goal is lower because we're just paying for printing. And now, if people aren't aware, printing a trade paperback is like 5 times more expensive, 10 times more expensive than printing a floppy. They're a lot more expensive.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. That was the same thing. And Laurie, I was legit, and myself was very curious, because that was my entire campaign as well. My entire campaign went to printing.
I think I have like, it's a few $100s for the merch. And then the rest of it goes to print and ship and have fees. Yeah. If we get anything extra, we're starting number 5. That's what it's going towards. Yeah. So
pretty much
everything goes towards the comic.
And that's why I had a gut feeling that's what we were going for. But a lot of people recently have been bringing that to my attention. A lot of customers have been, because I think they find it because how crowdfunding has changed over the last few years. A lot of people now have been very closed off with their dollar, which God knows I respect, because I am one of those people.
But you got to earn it.
And that's the kicker. And that's one thing that was always brought to my attention over the years. Like, recently, maybe about last year or so. Recently, about last year or so, a lot of people have been like, hey, where is this money going to? Where is this going to? And that's coming to me here and there, and other people from other campaigns, they've been like, hey, why? Like this never been a thing, because people want to know that their dollar is being used the right way. And
I mean, the dollar just doesn't go as far anymore between groceries and gas and cost of living going up, taxes, childcare, everything is so damn expensive right now. And we get that. I try to keep my prices reasonable for everybody. We still got to fund the thing, but I'm not trying to like double the prices on things.
Exactly.
I'm trying to keep them retail appropriate so that way you get your money's worth and not get ripped off. I was watching an interview with Todd McFarlane last month because of course the whole Spawn universe is going off right now. And it's like, how do you get from where we are to where he is? And one of the things he said was you continually, produce a product that is good and keep your margins down. Like you have to produce a product that people can afford.
Yes.
So he's still producing comics for $2.99.
Wow. Man,
now,
that man's been doing it. Good Lord.
He owns his company and he can print massive amounts.
Yes.
You and I can't do that.
No.
Because we don't have, an access to a printer who can do like 50,000 copies to get that price down.
Exactly.
And that's honestly what it is, right?
Of course.
He owns the company. He's been in the business long enough. So we're striving to do that. But of course, you and I are not there yet.
No, I'm not Scrooge McDuck. I'm not Scrooge McDuck out here.
Right.
Todd McFarlane might as well be Scrooge McDuck.
Buku bucks on printing. Lots and lots, but in order to get that price down.
Yeah.
And then understanding that there's an audience built in. So he has a built-in audience. So he knows that when he sells those books for $2.99, he's going to get his money back.
Oh yeah. Without question. But
I don't have a warehouse.
Oh no. None of us do. No. Look, if I if I had one, good Lord, the things I could accomplish.
I know, really? I know, me too.
Good grief. But that's fantastic.
I mean, that's the point, though, is we have to be able to sell the things that we have. Otherwise, they just sit here and they take up space in our house because we don't have a warehouse. And, it's like we need to turn around those items. But that's where it's like your marketing sense is important to price things where they move.
Yeah.
But still help you produce comics. So that's like the fine line that we walk.
Exactly. And that's the line that we all gotta type right on. Type right. Oh my God. Type rope. English is hard, Laurie. It is my second language.
Man, it's hard. Too early.
It's hard. Oh my goodness gracious. So Laurie, thank you so much for coming onto the show and sharing
so much for having me.
All this wonderful stuff with us. The Kickstarter is live, everybody. The link is going to be in the description section below. Support Laurie. Support her crew. She's one of the best in the game.
If you guys like Book of Eli, Mad Max, Spaghetti Westerns, Walking Dead, and Cocaine Bear, that's where we live. We like to thrill you, shock you, and then make you laugh. That's where we live. And
that's where we all want to live.
Definitely entertaining.
Yep.
So just go give us a gander. Go check out our welcome video. We will entertain you. We have this whole section of fan interaction where you can solve riddles and interact with the world. We have phone numbers to call, secret videos on YouTube. Things will show up in your mailbox if you solve these riddles. And then, of course, we have our fan interactive short films where you yourself could be zombified and put in a film. So we have lots of really cool stuff. Please come check us out. Yes. Thank you in advance for supporting indie. Yes. Drea and I thank you.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So, Laurie, where can everybody find you on social media?
I'm everywhere. If you want to follow the our shenanigans, I recommend the Facebook group called Path of the Pale Rider. That's where we do our polls. We play games. That's the one that kind of gets like the most interaction. That's the baby, right? But I'm on X. It's at Path Pale Rider. I'm on both TikTok and Instagram. It's at Path of the Pale Rider with an underscore between all of the stupid words. And I have regrets about that. Too long. Where else? I'm on Threads at Laurie Calcaterra. If you look up Laurie Calcaterra or Path of the Pale Rider, we will pull up. If we are between campaigns, you can find our website, www.pathofthepalerider.com. We have books for sale, shorts for sale, merch, digital downloads. I have a blog nobody reads. All the videos and riddles are there. It's fun. So you can come see what's popping. You can research our Kickstarter history. You can see all the cool art and behind the scenes. It's all there. So really, take your pick your poison.
Oh yeah.
I'm around.
Oh, there be poison. Well, that's tremendous. Well, this has been really, really great. I love having you on as always, Laurie. It's always great having you. So everybody check out Laurie. I'm pointing in the right direction this time. Check out Laurie and all her great stuff. All the great work is going to be a link in the description section below. I need food. Who am I? I'm Dre the Brute Daniels. Check me out on my dope social media platforms as well. They're going to be right under my face. They're not there yet, but they will be. At TheBrute00 on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and if I feel like being silly, on TikTok, and do all those great YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. As always, you guys have been tremendous, and I'll catch you all next time.